Hello, my name is Emmanuel Osazuwa, and I'm your host today on Emmanuel Osazuwa's mentorship online program. I want to specially welcome you to today's mind-blowing program. And we're going to be dealing with how to generate money for your business. Many people are poor not because they are supposed to be poor. They are poor because they are afraid of taking a bold step, and oftentimes they are ignorant of the things they are supposed to know. And today we are going to be having Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, founder Common Sense Group, and he is a giant when it comes to finance and raising people for financial exploit. We are going to be hosting him today. He's going to be coming up online to teach us how to generate money as a person that has passion for business but do not have the capital to start up a business. So that's the major thing we are dealing with today. So we are going to be connecting with our host today, Bishop Olumide Emmanuel. So we're going to be bringing him up in a couple of minutes. But before we bring him up, I also want to be using this opportunity to appreciate our online community. And we're also going to be using this medium to thank everyone that has made this program a success. And today too, we're also going to be doing a massive giveaway. Those persons who are participating are going to be benefiting from our giveaway scheme. We're going to be doing giveaway while the program is ongoing and even after the program. So we're going to be doing that. So let's connect to our host, Pastor Olumide Emmanuel. Generating money for business is vital. There are three things you must have if you must do business. First, you must have a business idea. Second, you must have a location where you want to do your business. That's a targeted audience. Those people you want to deal with. And thirdly is finance, which is the most important instrument among the three. Then you now know the people you want to be attending to, because no matter how effective you are, you cannot take care of everybody. But in my own myopic view, I will advise you take advantage of those persons that are already around you. As a person that wants to do business or that is currently doing business, you must put everybody on your contact list on a broadcast where you can send out links of your business and what you do to enable them patronize you. Because sometimes you think the people around you are aware of what you are doing, but I can tell you categorically that sometimes they are not even aware of what you are doing. That same thing that you are dealing on, they are somehow looking for how to get to the people who render that same services. All you need to do is to present yourself and let them know what you do. And with the spice of integrity that you have maintained, oftentimes you will now be able to get patronage. And that's why we are also going to be speaking vehemently on visibility. People should see you before they hear you. They must know that this is who you are, this is what you do. And I'm encouraging those of you who are into business. If you are an influencer, it is okay to be on one social media platform. But if you are a business person and you are interested in making sales, three things you must do quickly. First, you must not lie on the product and services you are giving out. You must tell your customers the truth at the beginning. Two, you must have a targeted audience. You must Be visible on all platforms. How do you become visible? Is by posting every day. Even if it is God bless you, Jesus loves you, that's what you put on any of the platform. Everybody that passes, they will see it. Whenever they pass, they will see it. That is already giving you visibility. If they have forgotten about you, definitely they will remember you. There is a particular influencer now that has taken over the wave, both in Nigeria, Africa, and beyond, which is the person of Very Dark Man. You can see that he's always getting involved in different positive activity, which is making him remain in the faces of people. If he decides to go cold and hibernate himself, which is not being active, before you know what's happening, someone else will take his place and nobody will remember he once existed. That's why you must be visible. That's the reason why we are doing this mentorship program. First, to teach you how to generate money. Then secondly, subsequently, in the coming weeks, we are going to be teaching you how to be visible. We are going to be bringing those persons who are visible and they are using their visibility to make profit for themselves and also to help other young businesses. We are going to be bringing them and they are going to be speaking to us. But today, we are focusing on how to generate income for our business. So we are going to be inviting Pastor Olumide now to join us. So Dr. Olumide will be joining us in a couple of minutes. Has he joined?
Hello, guys. I'm here.
I can hear you live and direct, sir. You are
Okay.
welcome. You are welcome to this program. We are live with Dr. Olumide Emmanuel to have you today. We are going to be starting real quick because we already have huge traffic of people who are anxiously waiting to know where money is and how to get money to start up their business. First, sir, we're going to be asking you, first question, how can someone get money to start their business? In starting up a business, what are the basic needs of an entrepreneur? What are the basics that must be in an entrepreneur's table before he can start up a business? You have the floor, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much for having me and thank you for that question. When you talk of starting a business, there are different things that are very, very important for an entrepreneur to have in place before stepping out in business. Number one, you need to have a vision of the kind of business that you want to go into. So you need to be able to identify what is the vision. And number two, you need to be able to identify what your product will be. Because business is all about offering valuable products and services to people and making profit by doing that. So once you have a vision, why do you want to go into business? What kind of business do you want to go into? The next thing will be, what product or service are you going to be offering the market? Number three, the next thing will be, who are your target audience? Who are your target audience? Who are the people that you want to reach out to? And once you have discovered the vision, you have a product, you know your target, the next thing will now be to develop a marketing plan on how to ensure that the product or service reaches the market that you have in mind. And in that marketing plan, there are a lot of things that now need to be involved.
What's the problem? Right. What's wrong with the voice? I can't hear him. Did he mute his mic? Sir, you need to unmute your mic. I think you have muted the mic. We cannot hear you. We can't hear you. You need to unmute your mic. Can you hear me, sir? Okay, I think I got you back now. Okay, I can hear you now, sir.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir.
Okay. So, like I was saying, in developing the marketing plan, you now have to be able to look into how to publicize the product, how to package the product, and how to price the product. And all these are things that need to be in place for someone who wants to step out into entrepreneurship. Then, if we are going into the aspect of raising capital, uh, the kind of capital that you need will determine the way in which the capital will be raised. So, for instance, you have what we call start-up capital, which is the kind of capital you need to start your business. Number two, you have expansion capital, which is the kind of capital you need to expand a business you have already started. Then you have consolidation capital, which is the kind of capital that you need if you want to consolidate and stabilize and establish major aspects of that business. Then at a point, you might need to now diversify. So you now need diversification capital. But since we are talking, it means that you need money to start. Now, when you are starting, these are very, very important. The size of the capital you start with does not exist. You can start with small money and succeed. You can start with plenty money and fail. So it's not the size of the capital that determines whether you succeed or not. However, when you are starting out, you need to understand that because it is a startup and you don't have any track record or what we call proof of concepts, it therefore means that you have to be willing to invest in yourself to start until you have a track record or you have a proof of concept, because only can invest in what they have not seen. So when you are starting up, it means people are trusting you that you will do well. They are investing in invisible, and only few people have the ability to sell invisible. So when you are starting up, you are limited to few options. Number one, personal saving. So you need to save money personally over time, so that when you want to start, you invest your personal saving into the business. Because if you are not willing to invest in yourself, why would you expect others to invest in you? Then the next one will be family and friends. To get family members, friends, people that are within your network to support you so that they can help put resources together to help you start. The next will be mentors and investors. So you have those that we call venture capitalists. You have people that are mentors and angel investors. So you can now explore having this set of people support you, or you can sell some of your assets and your liabilities. So if you have assets, you have liabilities, you can sell it. Just today, I had a coaching session with someone this afternoon, and he wants to go into a particular kind of business, which he's already doing, is profitable, and there is room for improvement, but he needs more money. So he wants to sell one of his cars. So he has two cars, but he wants to sell one so that he can put that money in the business. So you can sell some of the assets that you have, or if you have liabilities, you can sell the liabilities. I have one of my mentees also that contacted me maybe last month or the other about, and he had to sell some of his property, land. He has some land that he bought for land banking. So now he has to sell some of those land now to put into another business venture that he saw. So things you need to know before you start, wait for money when you start. Yeah, I'm done. I'm waiting for any other question you have.
Very tricky question. Is academic qualification a prerequisite in starting up a business in this modern time?
Okay. It's very, very important for us to understand when it comes to succeeding in life, there are different things that work pari passu. They work hand in hand. Uh, in order for you to become successful, there are 5 dimensions of education that you need. Number one, you need spiritual education. Number two, you need personal education. Spiritual education will help you understand the different spiritual laws that govern life. The spiritual realm is the realm where events occur before they happen in the physical. And if you are going to succeed, you are either in the secret world or you're in the secret place. Because everybody is using something. Just be sure that when you are using is the right one. Now, having said that, number two, you need personal education. You need to understand yourself, your strength, your weaknesses, your like, your dislike, your temper. Number three, you need marketplace education. You need to understand the way the marketplace works. Number four, you need academic education. Academic education does not translate to wealth creation, but it helps you in being the best version of yourself. So with academic education, you are able to get 4 things. It helps you to be able to read, it helps you to be able to write, it helps you to be able to calculate, and it helps you to be able to think analytically. And then number five, you need financial education. So if you say, does academic education help you to succeed in business? Yes and no. Academic education will help you, but it is not enough to make you succeed. For instance, that when we look at academics, if you have 5 credits in an exam, but you fail math and English, but if you fail every subject and you only pass math and English, you will still not gain admission as important as math and English. So academic education is important, helps you, but it is not enough to help you to become successful. Because
This
there are
is
two
deep.
dimensions to succeeding in business. You need technical skills and you need business skills. So depending on the kind of education you have, you may have technical skills and technical education, but you don't have business skills and business education. And you may have business skills and business, and yet you don't have technical skills and technical education. So there's a holistic dimension to the different aspects of education that now require for you to succeed as a professional. Thank you.
That's an awesome explanation, sir. Let's quickly dive into this third question. Depending on the business plan, sir, that you have initially talked about, how can a young graduate or a school leaver modernize an already existing business plan for optimum productivity, sir?
Okay. Many years ago, I shared some things that went right, and it's because it resonated with a lot of people. Many of the people that are in the marketplace today grew up under parents that trained them with money made from trades that today we consider to be beneath us. So many of us, our parents sold yam and corn by the side of the road. They sold things, they sold clothes, they sold food, they sold all kinds of things to send us to school, send us to university, give us an education. And when we finally graduate, instead of now using the education to go back and upgrade what our parents used to train, we all end up in air-conditioned coffin, called corporate job. Now, when you are talking of a young scholar taking up an existing business and bringing it into the state of modernization, it's a fantastic idea. But what that young school leaver needs to do is, number one, identify the value of that product. What is the value that that product has in the market? Number two, identify the deficiencies in the product. What are the gaps that needs to be bridged? What are the deficiencies that needs to be tweaked or adjusted? Now, number three is to now find out how can I upgrade, modernize, rebrand, or position that business or that product. Once that is identified, you can now bring that business into the modern era. Because sometimes it's all about repositioning and making sure that you introduce that product to the new generation in a way that will resonate with them. And I think that's something that people need to really look into. I was speaking at a business conference in Salt Lake City, Utah, US, just March. Yeah, I think either March or April this year. And I did not know that in that meeting, there was a daughter and a mother that were in that meeting. And I'm talking about the fact that there are some people that are in America now, and they are supposed to be cooking and doing restaurant work, but they are busy doing nothing. And I did not know that there's a woman that has been cooking and selling food at their pot in Nigeria for 30 years. And now her daughter in America, and she's doing nursing. She can cook. People have been telling her to start selling food. Even the mother wants somebody to come and take over the food business in her family, but she's in America doing nursing. And it just resonates. And that's the way this thing is happening to a lot of people. So I believe that those that are graduating from school, coming to the labor market now, to look into how to dig the well of the part and position the business of the parents to bring it into the that era. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. That's very expansive. The fourth question for today, sir. There are undergraduates who are passionate about starting their own business, and they are still in school. How do they go about that? And how do they also source funds, considering the fact that they are still students, they are still spoon feeding them? So how are they supposed to start up their own business?
Now, like I said, business is all about offering valuable products and service to people and making profit by doing that. Many entrepreneurs today started while on campus. Many people today did a lot of things when on campus to survive, to go by. We call it hustle in Nigeria. Now, so when you are a student, the most important thing is what product or service can I offer my fellow students, lecturers, or non-teaching staff, or people within the community where I reside. Once you're able to identify that, then you can start. As a student, people are in school. We know a lot of students while they were in school, they were photographers, they were barbers, they were hairdressers, they were doing a lot of photocopy business center, phone call center, tutorial, teaching, all kinds of things. So you don't have any excuse to be whether you are a student or not. There are products and services that people need. While you are there, you can be the one offering them that product and that service. I have some of my mentees that when they were teaching people how to use the computer, teaching people graphic artistry, teaching people a lot of things that they don't survive. Some people are selling clothes, selling underwear, selling, shoes, selling gadgets, assets. Some people are doing bookstores, selling books, selling drugs. So you can do that. And then to raise the money, you can do what you said there. You can use your personal savings. You can talk to your family and friends to support you. You can get some mentors to support you. You can go into partnership with others so that you not be only to start. Others can join you, and together you can make it happen. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I think to also add to that question, you can also help yourself by being visible. Because once you are visible, anything you do, people will know and they will see it and take note of it. And one of the quickest way for an ordinary person to be visible without having so much money is to be visible on social media. Many of our younger generation today, they see social media as a thing of fun. Some people will tell you, I'm on TikTok, I'm not on Instagram, I'm not on Facebook. Recently, one of my mentees told me that Facebook is for old people. And I told her, you need the old people with their money to be able to skate through in business. So you can also help yourself as a young business person who has a thing for business by being visible on social media. Just talk about your lifestyle. When you go to class, tell the people about the situation, about what happened in this class. Anywhere you go, just post. When you go to church, do a video of yourself and post it. Just be active and be visible. From your visibility, you will get help. And as you do this, you see yourself rising eventually. So, sir, apart from bank loan or saved up capital or money from family and friends, which other ways are flexible and available for entrepreneurs to get access to fund their business in Nigeria as a case study?
Okay,
Are
one,
there,
one
are
thing
there other
about
alternatives apart from the above mentioned?
for sure. You can go into partner. In the world that we live in today, collaboration is the new competition. A lot of people don't yet understand how powerful partnership is because many people have the wrong belief and the wrong relationship with reference to partnership. It's better to own 10% of a billion than to own 100% of a million. So you need to consider partnership. There are people that can partner with you and can co-own the business with you. So instead of only owning the business 100% and also bearing liability 100%, people can help share in that by becoming partners and investors with you. And then you can explore grants, especially if you are young. So if you're listening to me right now, you are between the ages of 18 and 35, especially if you're a woman, you are a young person between the ages of 18 and 25, or you are a young woman between the ages of 18 and 25. We will have more advantage than the men on this level. But grant, there are a lot of business grants, free money for young men, young women, young entrepreneurs by different government agencies, donor agencies, different NGOs, and different organizations all over the world. So all
Thank
you
you.
do is to Google business grant online and you see all manner of opportunities and possibilities. Even in Nigeria today, we have a lot of money that is available for people
Wow.
in different agencies through different
Wow.
government and even
Wow.
through different organizations. Another
Wow.
thing you do is to go to what we call creative finance. Creative finance is using other people's money because there are a lot of people that have money is just sitting down there and they don't know what to do with the money. But you can meet people that share your with them and they can become part of those that bring finance for a term. So you can say, okay, can you give me this amount for 5 years, and every year I will give you this return on your money, and then you can make money through that. And I look at that, selling your asset or selling your land is another way. Then you can use what we call gratuity or seasonal benefit, because sometimes there are things in your life where you get benefit. Some people work in organizations where at the end of the year they get the 13th month. Some people at the beginning of the year they get annual upfront bonus. Those kind of money can be put into the business. Some people, at some seasons in their life, maybe you're celebrating your birthday and people just want to support you and they give you those kind of money not be useless or wasted. You should be pushed directly into something that's with you as a business. And you can do trade by barter. There are things you have that you don't need and things you need that you don't have. So you can exchange what you have for what you don't have. And that also be another way for you to be able to, start it. Thank you.
Okay. Perfectly said, sir. But quickly, I want to seek your opinion on serving as a business entrepreneur. What's your take on you that is into business, serving somebody just the way David served, Joseph served, and they were elevated? What's your take on serving somebody while you are in business as a business person?
One of the blessings of our nature is what we call Igbo apprenticeship came. And Igbo apprenticeship came has become a global phenomenon that has been studied even as far all the way to Harvard. And it has been replicated in different cultures all over the world. And that is why, if you want to become the best version of yourself, you need to explore 3 kinds of sheep. They are called apprenticeship, internship, and mentorship.
The 3 is sheep. Apprenticeship, internship, and mentorship.
Those 3 kinds of sheep are very, very important.
I'm going to be tweeting it immediately we're done with this live, and I'll put your name beneath it.
Once you start, you are going to be learning the practicalities of the business. There are people that have master's degree in business, but they cannot do business because they don't know the practical. There are people that have gone for MBA, but they don't know how to run a business because they have not been able to do what's called practical in the real world. Because no business plan goes according to plan. And no matter the book you read, no matter the book, when you reach the wrong. So it's good for people to go for service by training other people, going for apprenticeship, going for internship, going for mentorship. When you do that, you are going to be learning. Any mistake you are making mistakes with other people's money, with other people's platform, not your own money. And whatever you learn will be with you for the rest of your life. So I believe that service is the way to the top. When you start, you are able to learn, make all the mistakes with other people's money. By the time you are not starting out on your own, you have learned a lot already. And that's very, very important. And that's why, I spoke a lot about business skill, technical skill. Those technical skills are learned more through the sheet of apprenticeship, internship, and mentorship.
Wow. This is huge. But a quick one, sir. I will want to take just 2 to 3 minutes to read up a particular scripture as to the savings that you talked about. Proverbs 21 verse 17. Proverbs 21 verse 17, and it says, and I quote, "He that loveth pleasure shall be a poor man. He that loveth wine and oil shall not be rich." So these are part of the reasons why so many people in today's world, they have seen money, but they are still poor because they do not know that they are supposed to implement the 50-30-20 rule that I've heard you talked about some time ago. 50% for needs and wants, 30% for your basic and your running cost, then 20% for repayment of debt and savings. And I'm also going to read a final scripture, which is the problem of our generation now. Proverbs 13 verse 11. Proverbs 13 verse 11. It says, "Dishonest money dwindles away, but whosoever gathers money little by little makes it grow." Oftentimes, the problem is not making money for so many people. The problem is being able to invest the money that you have made, because many people do not realize that coming out of poverty and becoming rich is a gradual process. Except someone has labored and worked so hard for you, just the way our bishop now has worked so hard all over the continent of Africa. You don't expect his children to go through what you are going to be going through and what he went through while growing up. And another way to save money is to be private about it. I've said this oftentimes. Any money you are not willing to share to family, to friends, to loved ones, don't tell them about it. Because the moment you tell them about it, they are going to put you under pressure until you are spent that money before they will let go of you. So you must be private of your money. You must know the difference between liability and assets. Liability are those things that you buy that does not generate income. For instance, I'm a content creator and I need iPhone 16 Pro Max to enhance the quality of my product, and I save up and I use 2.4 million naira to buy an iPhone 16 Pro Max. That's an asset to me. But if I am not doing any of that and I'm using an iPhone 16 Pro Max, that's a liability, because you can go for a function and you misplace that phone. Not misplacing the phone that is the problem, because even the person that is using it for access can also misplace the phone. The difference is that the person that is using it as an asset must have recouped the money in which he used in buying that phone before someone steals that phone from him. But you that have just used that phone for cruise for all the time, you have wasted that resources. So, sir, please throw more light on assets and liability for us as we begin to round up today's program.
Okay, thank you very much. One major law of wealth creation is the law of asset acquisition. And that's because a lot of people are poor today because their lives are filled with liability. Now, two major definitions and descriptions of an asset are: number one, an asset is anything that appreciates in value. Anything that appreciates in value is an asset. So when you go into that business place to buy a phone,
45.
the very minute you open pack to remove assets, it has lost value. When you go to buy a sneaker, the very minute you leave that shopping mall, it has lost value. So whatever does not appreciate in value is a liability, not an asset. Number two, an asset is anything that produces income and cash flow. So when you invest in something or you buy something, and that thing you are buying will be producing money for you, then it's an asset. If it will be producing cash flow, then it's an asset. And these things are very, very important for us to be able to, know how to proceed. I had a coaching session again with a couple just a few hours ago, and we're still discussing, and I was telling them how the Bible says, build your business before you build it out. You don't want to go and live in a mansion and you cannot afford to pay your rent. There are people that live in a very big house, but they don't have big income, and that big house becomes a big liability. So it's important to note that an asset is anything that appreciates in value, and asset is anything that produces cash flow. And once two conditions are met, that's an asset. Thank you.
So, sir, before you give us your final thoughts for today's program, I want to run through a brief that I've written down here. 3 reasons why you must serve as a business person. You must serve, one, to learn. Because if you don't serve under someone, you may not learn the secret of that person. Then secondly, so you can be accommodated in other people's success. As a young person, you must have somebody you are serving with your time, with your resources, with your energy, so as to be accommodated in the person's resources. Someone like us now, we are testimony of Pastor Charles Osazuwa's benevolence. Before we were nominated and sent forth, we had served for years under his leadership, his mentorship, and his tutelage. Before he could now say, go, I have released you to go and start succeeding. Then thirdly, so that you can be recommended. One is to learn. Two is to be accommodated in other people's success. Three is so that you can be recommended. I cannot recommend somebody that I do not know. And in knowing is not passive. I have worked with you. I know your disposition on issues. When a matter comes up, I know the response that you will give. Then, secondly, and in conclusion, you must look into your desire. It hurts me that so many young people are desiring things they are not supposed to be desiring. As a young, upcoming entrepreneur, you should not be desiring to be like Dr. Emmanuel Olumide, who had been around for decades, who had worked, who had gotten so many experiences. That's the reason why I read that scripture, that if you cannot curtail your desire, Proverbs 21 verse 17, he said, he that loveth pleasure shall be a poor man. So many of us, our problem is not lack of funds, like it used to be in olden days. Getting money was difficult, but now, persons, if they show you their bank statement, you look at the money that has entered, you look at them, there is no relationship between the money they have seen and the kind of life they have now. Why? Because they have not been able to put their appetite and their desire in check. Finally, you must look into your appetite. What are you desiring? How do you spend your money? When money comes, what are the things that prompt you to put your money in? There are people who are looking for capital to start up a business, but on their shoe rack and their hair rack, the things that are there, they are worth 5 million naira. Their human hair that they have acquired over time is worth over 5 million naira. And they are looking for capital to start up a business. So I want to encourage you today to first follow our bishop on Facebook. On Facebook is Dr. Emmanuel Olumide. I think, Bishop, sir, you have to help us with your other account, but I think I'm following you just on Facebook so that they can also follow you and learn more from you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. On Instagram is at Olumi Iman, and then YouTube is at Dr. Olumide Iman.
Okay.
Dr. Olumide Iman.
That's perfect. We're still going to put it on our platform eventually, so as to help you grab. So in conclusion, sir, what is your final message to the young entrepreneurs of Emmanuel Osazuwa's mentorship platform? What's your final word for us, sir?
My final word would be, if you know better, you will do better. 1,000 good intentions are not as powerful as one action. So make sure that you are learning, you put them to work, and make sure you stay connected, because as long as you stay connected, you will continue to grow. And if you don't have any of my wealth creation products, you can order them. We have the pathway wealth. We have how to create wealth as a career person. And then we have the School of Money, which is the Bible of wealth creation. So, and many more. Critical money mistakes to avoid, how to create success story, how to place a value marketplace. Get as many materials as you can, and make sure that you keep learning, because the day you stop learning, you start. Thank you.
Do you have any special person you want to give a shout out to, sir? Is there any special person you want to give a shout out to?
I want to give a shout out to my brother, Apostle Osazuwa, the Apostle of Water. So help me greet my brother for me. Please everybody for me and also pray the love for me.
Okay. But we want to use this opportunity to appreciate Pastor Charles Osazuwa of Rock of Ages Christian Assembly. We also want to use this opportunity to appreciate His Excellency Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, the immediate past governor of Delta State. He was the one that gave me my first appointment in 2015, November. We also want to use this opportunity to thank my current boss and my mentor, His Excellency Elder Sheriff Oboriweri, Governor of Delta State, who have graciously approved my appointment as the Special Advisor to the Governor on Culture and Tourism. He is one man that believes that the youth should have a say in their future. We want to use this opportunity to appreciate this, our huge mentor, Dr. Emmanuel Olumide, who had mentored me for over 10 years now. I've been under his mentorship for over 10 years now. I know some of you are surprised to see him here. I've been his mentee for over the years. And most times when I'm stuck, I fraternize with his materials online, and that has helped me to get to where I am today. We want to thank all our sponsors. We also want to thank all our viewers. Today we are going to be giving some of our viewers a token for participating in today's program. And at the end of this 6 months program, we're going to be giving out grants to young business owners. We're also going to be registering some business owners who are doing business who do not have CAC registration. There are so many things that we're going to be doing at the expiration of these 6 months, which will be coming to an end in November ending. We want to thank you. We want to thank the executive producer, Mr. Sebastian. We want to thank Mr. Paul. We want to thank Mr. Nidu. We want to thank Mr. Emmanuel. We want to thank all of you for being behind the camera and for doing a good job. We assure you that we are going to keep improving as time goes on. You know, we are learning on the job and we are perfecting our craft as the day goes. Thank you very much and God bless you. But a quick one, sir. Are you still with us, sir?
Okay.
Are there questions online? We can take out 3 minutes to take the question online, right? Are we writing it out or how are we going? If it's, you can call out the question. Somebody should read out the question. Let's attend to our online community. They are the reason why we are here. Let's take.
Has indirectly answered many of the questions.
Okay, my crew said you have indirectly answered many of the questions. But in any case, if there is any question that has not been answered, please bring it to the table. Eventually, hopefully, by the help of God and with the permission of Bishop, we are still going to be bringing you subsequently for this mentorship program. This mentorship program is a free program that is not sponsored by anybody. This is my own way of giving back to the society. Nobody had given a dime to this program to this effect. Please do not send money to anybody under our platform to support this program. We are not requesting for any kobo from anybody. God has graciously provided for this program from start up to finish. I don't think we will be needing help from anybody throughout this 6 months mentorship program. Like I said, it's a giveaway program from me to the younger generation, because the Lord has helped me through my mentors that I've mentioned earlier, and I have learned so much from them. So it's saddled on me to also give back to our people. Thank you very much, Bishop. We really appreciate your time. We hope we'll be hearing from you more often during the course of this 6 months mentorship program. Final word from Bishop, please.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, and God bless you. See you next week, Monday. Same time, same station. God bless you.